This church started in 1955 as a plant sent out to the suburbs of Salisbury. This was a church sent out to be in the midst of a community, and I really think they've lived into that because although we're in the heart of this community, we also have a heart for our community. Salisbury, which used to be in the middle of nowhere, is now in the middle between the Triad and Charlotte.
In talking with city officials here, we found out that there is going to be a tremendous need for additional housing here in the area in the coming 5 years, maybe as much as like 5,000 new housing units. There's an influx of people to the area, and the need is great for them to have someplace affordable to live. And we're finding out through our city officials that it's going to be a great need in the very near future.
The Placemaking Lab helped us to look at assets in our community. Through that, we learned that we need to look at how are we using our places and spaces better. During the week when our sanctuary is empty, how can we build on those assets to help the community? We identified that we have roughly about 3 acres that are not used very much during the year. And we're wondering how can those undeveloped pieces of our property be used to be an asset for our community. We thought about veterans housing or workforce housing for teachers. It's hard to attract good teachers to the area. So to be able to have housing that is affordable, where they can feel like they can set some roots down and to make a deep connection with the students here in Salisbury would be a wonderful opportunity to help them continue to build up the population here.
We're really excited about this process because it gives us the opportunity to really be a part of this community aside from what goes on within these walls on a Sunday morning. It lets us get out into the community to get to know people better, to examine our needs with other members of the community that we're not used to talking to. The idea of providing these needs to young teachers, luring the best teachers to Rowan County, being able to be a part of all of that and their growth process, and maybe even providing a church home to many of these people. That's exciting.
Jesus gives us 2 commands, to love God and to love our neighbor. And the way that we can love our neighbor is to provide for them with the space that we have and to be able to work with people to help provide housing where they feel they can set down roots and be loved, I think is right in what Jesus calls us to do, to love our neighbor.